Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. A stunning. Now it's sent it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Guys, we all thought it would happen.
Shea doing the research. Great report, Dave.
Oh, if he's combing over the dunk contest tapes, I'm really curious to see what he pulls from. There's so many great moves in this event's history.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Niang in at the four-man position. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Enes Kanter is out there with Porzingis. And it's George in at the one. Steve, tonight we have a great matchup at the center spot. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in a post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
And the All-Star break not too far away. And it was recently revealed that Shea will be taking part in the three-point contest. Greg, he's certainly shown that he's an elite shooter.
And really the field this year is a who's who of the top deep threats in the league right now. Some very big names, but I still think Shea can hold his own and possibly walk away with the title.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
An evolving part of Mitchell's game, the ability to simply catch and knock it down.
Dallas moving it around. And here's Porzingis for a three. And no good. So Utah will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
And George gets it to go.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Passes it to Niang. He kicks it to Gobert. Here's Conley. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, he's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots. Well, if you ask Rudy Gobert, he's not focused on his individual matchup. His job is to anchor the entire defense. For him, it is a team game.
Mitchell looking it over. Down low. It's blocked. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Well, you figured that this would be coming. But Shea was officially named to the field of players in the NBA Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. Greg, that should be a fun one.
Kevin, I think we all saw this coming with the way Shea has been playing. Great honor for him, and if you look at the rosters for this game, you can see just how much young talent has infused the NBA the last couple seasons. super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Here's Niang. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside, George. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. That one drops for him. Porzingis has got 6.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
To the middle. George trying to break free. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Mitchell passes to Cabot. Back to Mitchell. Lock at 6. For the 3. They grab their own miss. And that one is hammered home.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic feeling it out. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Doncic against Mitchell. To the left side wing. Right Foreman. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And again, Dallas turns it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Bradley. The Jazz with another miss. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the end.
The ups and downs of injuries and
great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Bradley. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Williams-Goss, guarded by Kerr. Meanwhile, the Mavericks moving it up. Curry's got the ball. They get the rebound. A nice shot by George. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Here's Curry. Count it. Curry's got his first bucket in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And some changes here for the... Here's Caboclo. That one rolling around and rims out.
Woo, that's just a...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Enes Kanter is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Mitchell outside. Conley against George. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 2.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
George double teamed. Back to Doncic. On the wing, George. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jazz trail by 17. Stolen by George. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Utah shooting around 40% from the floor here. The dish to Mitchell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. George, that's a 2-pointer. Kept alive. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Lob lobbed up there for Mitchell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You've got to trust your receiver to go get that pass. Did you see Donovan Mitchell catch and finish in the same motion?
And here's George for three. Rebound, Utah.
He's going to have to wait to hit his first triple of this half. He had 3 at the break.
And good that time. And that's now 9 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Only 6'3" Mitchell wins inside because he's explosive and fearless.
And George with the stuff.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
And the Jazz call time here. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think it's James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Porter comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Bradley, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Bradley's got 8 points.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
The three from George. That doesn't go either for George. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Williams-Goss, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them, a spark that turns things around.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And that one, good. 7 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Dallas. From deep. No good that time. And it's Utah the other way. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Kleber, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff boom. Wow. Here's George. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Bradley. And it's Caboclo in at power forward. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kanter's checked in. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by George.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The tray hits the three-point bomb. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Conley, the pass to Bradley. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Jacks up a three, hits it from three-point range.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
George looking around. Another three for Dallas.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Utah calls timeout. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. You think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Seth Curry. Niang kicks to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
This one for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
George against Conley. From deep. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Conley with it. George picks him up, and George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Doncic trying to get open, and he uses the glass on the layup. 34 points for George.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Conley against George. Nice ball movement by Utah. Good on the bucket.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 14. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. There's 1:54 left to play here in the 4th.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Conley, and it's sent back by George. A second chance effort. Conley gets the bucket.
And Conley, because of his quickness and wingspan, he plays bigger than his size.
George from deep 3-point land. Another 3 for Dallas.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
The sheer volume of 3-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And George with the stuff.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by George. Floats it up for Doncic. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Mitchell is double. The pass to Conley. Can they get it? Good as the jump shot falls.
Mike Conley can do this now. He can play off the ball and punish the defense for giving him space.
The deep three from George. Here's Porzingis, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Tucker. Off target with his 3. And here's George. Misses there. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Put in supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
I am not one of these.